Reporting the South Sydney Rabbitohs, delighted to be welcoming back Wayne Bennett as the club's head coach for the next 3 seasons. From 2025 onwards, the Rabbitohs wish Coach Bennett the best of luck for the remainder of the 2024 season. Out of respect for him and his current club, the Dolphins, the Rabbitohs won't make any further comment until he completes his duties with the Dolphins and resumes coaching at South Sydney. You know what I find fascinating in all of this is that this guy, he's the number one property at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah.
So Parramatta were talking, they wanted him badly.
Yep.
They've said as much as that. South Sydney.
Dolphins want to keep him.
Yeah, but how he's not at the Dolphins, how he's not stayed at the Dolphins.
He just wants to move on. I thought the Parramatta CEO, what was his name? Sean
McElduff.
I thought he was refreshing when he came out and says, yeah, we tried to talk
He was
to him.
being honest.
Yeah.
I love it.
Like there's no...
And he also said, well, here we go, let's go this tourist.
Oh, okay.
We wanted Wayne Bennett. It's as simple as that. And we spent the best part of 3 weeks trying to convince him to come. Ultimately, he made it clear to us that he had some unfinished business at the Rabbitohs. That's where he felt comfortable, and that's the direction he was heading. So,
did you feel close to getting Wayne Bennett?
Close is, I wouldn't say close. He was interested. We put our proposition to him, and he was genuinely interested.
Love a couple of things about this. What I love about this is the honesty in which he's spoken with.
Yeah.
And what I also love about the Parramatta fraternity there, that it never got out.
No.
Rock solid.
Yeah.
That's what I love that.
But so do you think that Brad knew May 1? The way I listened to the CEO, Sean.
No, sorry. He's the chairman.
Chairman.
Jim Sarantinos is the CEO.
Okay, well, our man Shawnee.
Yeah.
Who was that on the audio?
That was Sean.
Okay. What I liked about, or do you think, reading how honest he is, that Brad Arthur knew on May 1st? The board made a decision, and then he said on May 2nd we started talking to Wayne. Do you think?
No, I don't think so.
You don't reckon Brad knew? No,
I don't. Because I reckon it would get out then. It's not in his interest to. No, I don't think so. And people say, oh, they've done it behind his back, but you've got to be organised. I totally understand this. And even Brad come out via his agent. He said, if you told me I would coach 264 games for Parramatta, reach a grand final, and watch my son debut, then get sacked, I'd do it all again.
Yeah.
I'd sign up for it all again tomorrow. And you got to say, and then also cop a $750,000 payout. You'd cop all that over again, wouldn't you?
I thought it was 1.5.
Well, that was the early reports. I think they've sort of dialed it back to 750.
What you're saying? The media made something up?
Can I? I'm going. This is taking poetic license.
Yes, I like that.
I love when you see the candidates, right? And you get Sam Burgess, and Sam Burgess coached 10 games at Warrington, or whatever the case may be. Yes, they're off to a Challenge Cup, which is fantastic. But you get all these other ones, and I think to myself, and he's a mate, right? So, and he'd be embarrassed I'm even saying this because I don't even know if he wants to do it. But someone like a Steve Price,
Yep.
and facts are facts. I'm just saying the facts. It's not this. This is not a mate pushing a mate. Well, it is, but it's facts are facts. And people say, would he be interested? Well, I don't know that he's interested, but I reckon most coaches, if they're asked, can become interested. But he's a loyal servant, so at the moment he's with Fitzy. He takes over from Warrington. So he took the Dragons job, I think, when he was about 32. One of the biggest jobs in the country at 32, or something like that, 33 maybe. Back into contracts, didn't work out, and he didn't handle the press at all well. But what you see, right, and Trent Barrett may fall into this, and other people have fallen into it, where you've got the interviews happen with elder statespeople,
Yep.
and you're talking to them. But then the job itself is talking to 20-year-olds,
Yeah.
25-year-olds. It's the application that you go for is very different. So what
To
I'm
the
saying
job
is,
description.
what I'm saying is that some people are very, very good at dealing with the topper echelon
Yes.
business professionals
And media.
and media, but maybe not as acclaimed. And evidence will show that with what your job is coaching young people, whether it's the female or the male. So just going through, and as I said, he'll be embarrassed I'm even saying this. Probably getting a text from him saying, mate, can you zip it up right now?
And Fitzy as well, probably.
Probably. But the facts are the facts. He takes over from Warrington, who were running 9th. That year, he makes the grand final for Warrington. They go down by a couple of points. They win the Challenge Cup, which they hadn't done for some time. He goes to the Dragons. He's been at the Dragons 2010 with Wayne Bennett, who hadn't won for 30-odd years. You know the role that Wayne entrusts upon his lieutenants. He's the assistant coach. They break a drought.
Yep.
Shane Flanagan picks up Pricey. Sharks win their first ever comp. He does that. Madge Maguire gets him for the Kiwis. They win 30-0 versus... What he has is an unbelievable knack with people. He's a winner. And it's not about him. It's just like, how do people land on these so-called candidates and then somebody like him...
Well, maybe,
he's not even thought about.
Maybe he doesn't want to do it. I tell you someone very similar, Jim Dimmick. Jim Dimmick, if you talk about getting the best out of players, he's your man.
But you need those people. Like it can't just... Sharks are running first at the moment. Pricey's assistant coach.
But maybe that... Does he want to do the job?
Well, I don't. I actually haven't asked him that.
Okay.
I haven't asked him that because I want him to do it again. So it's probably mainly coming from me. And I just think that...
Do you think he's a better coach?
Well, he has to be. He has to be a better coach than when he was first given the job as a 32, 33-year-old. He has to be, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And what current coaches and what coaches that have been thrown in the mix can boast a winning resume like that? A drought-breaking winning resume.
Not many,
They can't.
if any.
Facts are facts, Brian. Anyway.
Well, that's a good show, Facts of Life.
Yes, 1300 01 1170 or text 0457 736 736. Peter Wallace, he's been around the wins as well. So, boys, Peter Wallace for the Eels job. Yes, he could be there as from DY as well. But I just find it very funny how the media and generally the people fall in love with coaches. And with all respect to Sammy Burgess, right? Sam's coached 10 games or something.
You think it might... Well, that's the players' agents coming out, coaches' agents.
But even Benji getting the... Like, I was against it at the time. And Benji could be a very good coach. But it agitates me that people who haven't done it before... Sam's done 10 games. Benji hadn't coached a game. How they leapfrog all these people who have been axed to the grind for all these years and the learnings from failure and all that you get. I don't know that you're setting up the coach appropriately. I don't know that you're setting up the fans appropriately. Anyway, have your say. 1300 01 1170 or text 0457 736 736.